You've seen Shrek too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the you know how in the beginning, once they get too far away and they're getting out of the onion, right?
Okay.
Right, they're getting out of the onion. Everyone's like, "This is it! This is it! This is it!"
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking, "This is it." We just put that at the front. Just
sure, yeah.
It's something stupid.
As long as it's not copyrighted, I feel like we could do it.
It might be copyrighted.
Yeah. I think it might be too.
Okay, well, we'll figure
That's funny.
Something
Yeah.
out. All right, so Donut Dan here.
Yeah, you are.
And okay, who do I have next to me?
DJ Joshy B.
Who's told me that he was streaming Pokemon Go earlier, his battles.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I did well. I went up like 110.
You want to shamelessly plug your
always.
Twitch again?
Always with great shame. With great shame. Yeah, Twitch name is DJ Joshy B, no spaces, all spelled the way it sounds.
Yes.
And same thing with Instagram, but I think Instagram has underscores. Whatever. Anyways, let's continue.
Okay. So definitely go check him out. All right, so today's topic, we're going to go over basically, I think it's like the top tier, S tier geek nerd.
Oh, yeah.
If you are said person, you have watched this, or at least you should have watched this. If not, shame on you.
We're almost 50 years in the making at this point.
God,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because I think it came out in 77.
It did.
We're talking about Star Wars, by the way.
This King Star Wars. Yeah. Thank you, George Lucas.
Yeah, good old George. He really knew what he was doing with those prequel movies.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. Anyways, okay.
You remember your first time watching it? Like how you were introduced to?
Yeah, I think the first time I ever watched it was with my dad. Had them all on VHS, right?
Uh-huh.
I think I was around 5 or 6, so like maybe like 1998 or 1999, something like that. And obviously we like heard that the prequels were coming out.
Uh-huh.
So it got my dad excited. So my dad showed me the first 3 movies. And I remember watching them and I was like, this is so weird. I was like, what is this? Who is that old little green thing? Like, what is this? Like, I remember I was so just confused because what was it at that time? I mean, I was watching, like Nickelodeon.
Late 90s?
Cartoon Network. Like, like those... the old ones.
Hey Arnold, I think was around.
Like
Rocky,
Dexter's Lab.
Yeah. Was Rocky Power around yet?
I don't know. It was around there. But yeah, that was like the first time I ever watched them. And then I went and saw the movie, and I was young when I saw episode 1, right? So I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah, of course.
Right? This is so dope. And today you go back and you're like,
what was I thinking? What was Misa thinking?
Oh, God. Yeah. Is Padme flirting with a child? Is that what's happening? Natalie Portman, what are you doing?
He's 9 years old. Get a grip.
Yeah, I know he's the chosen one, but like, dang.
You can choose someone else. It doesn't have to be your chosen one.
Yeah. So yeah, that was mine. What about you?
Very, very similar.
Oh, really?
I must have been 6 or 7 at the time. Mm-hmm. We were living in. I think we were living in Wanaka, California.
Okay.
Right. So I was in the Bay Area still, and my parents divorced. My dad lived in San Ramon, which is a couple, like 10 miles away, 15 miles away, whatever.
Okay.
So on the weekends he would take us over and hang out with him at his place.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he had them on VHS as well. I wonder if I have them somewhere. Perhaps. But the first one he had the first one taped. It wasn't like VHS, like with the cover. He taped it. It wasn't even from the beginning. It was like near the first part, near the beginning.
Yeah.
And I watched the original trilogy all in like a span of 1 weekend, I think. Right.
Okay.
Right. And like immediately after I saw the first one, I was like hooked.
Oh, really?
Yes. done deal, right? I was so like hooked on the movie. I thought this thing is amazing, and I loved it. It was before they announced the sequel trilogy or the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Right, and it was, if you remember him, like Star Wars, George never let this thing be completed. He went back and then tinkered with the stuff, and then came out the new VHS. Do you remember that? The box said it was black and gold.
If I'm being honest, I don't remember.
Okay, so the first time he tinkered with it, came back on VHS. He added Jabba the Hutt to A New Hope.
Oh, okay.
Right, and I also believe in the original A New Hope, it didn't say A New Hope. It was just Star Wars.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they added the special effects for Jabba the Hutt, and before that movie, originally, you didn't see Boba Fett until Empire Strikes Back. But then you get your first glimpse of him in A New Hope.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, is this like new, or did this?
No,
happen?
this is in the 90s.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So there's this whole scene where, you know, after Luke and Obi-Wan get talk to Han and Chewie about the trip to Alderaan.
Mm-hmm.
Han's like, all right, Chewie, get back to the ship. Right, he shoots Greedo.
Yeah.
And then Han shot first, and then he walked into.
Let's settle this right now. Yeah.
More on that later.
Yeah.
He walks to the docking bay, right, and then you just see like Jabba's like at the Millennium Falcon. He's like, "Where are you, you dumbass? Where are you, Solo?" He's got like his whole like crew with him, all of the bounty hunters. And he's talking to Han. Han's like, hey, I just got a whole bunch of money. I know I owe you. It's going to come in. I'll give you a little bit extra. And then Jabba's like, oh, thanks, but don't fuck up this time or I'll kill you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So was he added in with like those 90s like digital effects?
Kinda, yeah. They actually they got back Harrison Ford to do Han again.
Oh, so this wasn't like
this is new.
Scene.
No, this is new.
Okay.
Well, new in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
And they had to. It was actually pretty decent quality for something in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
And then I think they all did a lot of tinkering and stuff in Return of the Jedi when they're facing the big old hole. God, I always forget this.
Oh, the pit.
The pit.
The Sarlacc.
Yeah, Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
Right. So before there was no beak.
Oh, okay.
Right, it was just the tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Then they added the beak in the 90s update.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a unedited Star Wars original trilogy, it's going to be really tough.
Right.
So they edited that in the 90s, and then, you know, our favorite Phantom Menace
Oh, yeah.
came out.
I thought Darth Maul was so cool.
Everyone,
I still think Darth Maul is cool.
yeah, everyone loved it.
Yeah.
And
that's that moment where he ignites his lightsaber.
And you're just like, oh, cool.
And then you're like, oh,
the other one.
and then the other one comes up, and everyone's like, oh, what? They can do that?
It was in the trailer, too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what got all the hype.
Yeah. They're like, welcome to the 21st century. There's double-sided lightsabers
There's two
now.
lightsabers now.
Yeah.
But we had no idea what we were in for at the time.
Oh, no.
I think I was 8. I remember I saw it premiere day. I didn't see it premiere night. I went the same day. It was still really packed.
Oh, I'm sure it was. Yeah.
Sure.
Like, dude, these movies are phenomenons, you know? Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, they just, whenever they come out, people lose their mind. Even the newer ones. We'll get to those in a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the ones that came out 2015 on, like, people I lost my mind. I was like, yeah, let's go. More stuff. Oh, female lead. Oh, this is cool. I love this. Like, and then, you know, we'll talk about that. But
the fans are pretty outspoken about certain things, and I'm not happy about either.
Yeah. And okay, so before we go any further, I think it's fair to say that that we're going to talk about spoilers.
Oh yeah. If you're not from the century 20, the 21st century, you haven't seen Star Wars yet, we're gonna put spoilers.
Right. Yeah.
So your warning is now at what minute is this? We'll figure it out later. But at now, like right now.
Listen, right now.
Right? This is the spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler warning.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll add something in later.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
So in the theaters, I remember going to the, what is it called? Force Awakens?
Yes.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah, I remember going to the Force Awakens, and it was premiere night, midnight, right? Midnight. It was in, oh God, I think I was still in Reno. So I was in Reno.
Okay.
But, it was packed. It was insane.
Did you get in line? Were you in line?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we all did it. Like,
I love it.
We didn't dress up. There was a lot of people dressed up. That's cool. I like that stuff. That's why I like going to premieres for things. Because people are so into it. I love the energy. But as soon as that first note, yeah. I have a video in my phone of everyone losing their goddamn mind. Like, everyone just started screaming and cheering, and it was so great. It was such a cool feeling, experience. I loved it. And, the movie was good.
I think people like the millennials don't realize, and some millennials but mostly Gen Z does not realize that you love something that much. You know where that came from? That came from Star Wars.
Yeah.
All the craziness of like Disney and Marvel, Star Trek. I don't fucking know what up is. I've never been into Star Trek. But any of the diehard fans of any religious show or movie, it started with Star Wars.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Like the cult personality, that culture, that nerd culture, I would attribute to Star Wars because it was so crazy. Like back in the late 70s, early 80s, and then you got D&D, right? So but I feel like everything originated, all of this nerddom, you know what I mean? It started with Star Wars. It's the OG. It's the freaking Beatles of geeks, you know?
That kind of reminds me of your story. So I think there was one of the times I went to go see Harry Potter in theaters. It might have been one of the last ones. Someone comes running in from the bottom, I'm sitting at the top, waiting for the movie to start. Someone runs in, Troll in the dungeon!
That's really fun. Is that before the movie started? Yeah.
I was like, I see what you did there.
My guy.
That's
hilarious.
By the way, you don't really want to see a movie with me.
Why?
Because I'm a talker.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I just there's so many things that happen. I'm just I can't just sit there and think about it. I need to express my feelings.
Okay.
All right. So when I went to see, what was it? Rise of Skywalker. I went with a friend, right? And I wasn't loud. I was whispering. And at the end of the movie, the guy in front of me was like, "Thank you for ruining the whole movie for me." And just walked out. I'm just
oh! Ouch.
Okay, that's fine. What do I care?
I mean, wait, why? Why were you? What were you doing to?
Nothing. Yeah. It was the first showing, so I wasn't spoiling anything. I've never seen the movie before.
Oh, he probably just said "Thanks for ruining my experience" because you talked the whole time. Yeah.
Blow me.
That's kind of funny. I can't imagine someone just turning around "Thanks, man." Was it calm? Was he "Thanks"?
He was. It was somewhat sarcastic, but definitely an angry tone.
Really?
It was not happy.
That's hilarious.
In his defense, I probably should not be talking, but I wasn't just going on spouts and spouts of endless blabbering like Jar Jar Binks. It was here and there, when I went to see Last Jedi and Snoke gets just sliced in half. I was like, oh fuck, he just got Darth Maul.
You said that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're that guy.
I was that.
You're that guy that I hear. I'm like,
hey,
hey, bro.
Can you keep it down?
Thanks for ruining the movie for me.
That was you.
That was me. Yeah.
Do you have? So now that we're on the sequel trilogy, what's your favorite of the three? Because I know no one really enjoyed. I did enjoy one of them more than the others.
I enjoyed A Force Awakens.
Yeah.
More than I enjoyed the other two, because in Force Awakens it was this rebirth and everything. And I thought the story was good, but if you really look at it,
Get to it.
it's a new hope.
There we go.
It's a new hope. It's literally, it's like verbatim. It's like they have a Death Star, but the Death Star doesn't kill one planet at a time and kill a whole solar system at a time.
What I think is really funny is that Han Solo's like, oh, it's a Death Star. He literally says it in the movie. He's like, oh, it's another Death Star.
Yeah.
I'm good at blowing those up.
Right, exactly.
And that's actually kind of why I hated the movie.
Oh, okay. So you did. I thought, well, the reason why I liked it is because it's a clean slate movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, from then on, they can do whatever they want. And that's when I watched the second one. Was it The Last Jedi?
Uh-huh.
I was like, what? Everything that happened. I was like, wait, what? Wait, hold on. I wanted to, like, ask the person in the theater to pause the fucking movie. And
So
talk
you
to
were
everyone.
the guy that was talking in that one.
I was just saying, what? I was just like, wait. I thought that the fight scene
Can
in
you
the
put on
throne room,
subtitles, please? I don't understand.
for real, no, 100%. The throne room fight
Uh-huh.
was amazing.
Okay.
And then I saw a video and it was ruined for me because they slowed down the action scenes
Uh-huh.
and it looked, and like you can see them not making contact. And I was like, thanks for ruining the only part of the movie that I enjoyed. I thought it was cool though, like that scene, but the story of it made no sense.
Was it the big unnecessary 1 hour plot hole diversion thing that
Oh, the
really
gambling,
bothered you? Yeah.
the gambling planet. That's not what killed it for me, but that was annoying. Like I
Okay.
was just like, why am I supposed to care about this? Why do I care
They
about
didn't.
this?
I don't know if they were. I don't know if they tried hard enough, but yeah, I don't think anybody really cared.
No, it was at the end of Force Awakens.
Uh-huh.
She presents Luke the lightsaber. In the beginning of Last Jedi, he fucking throws it away.
So anticlimactic.
And then in was it Rise of Skywalker when you see him as a Force ghost? You know what I mean? And he goes, "That's not how you treat a Jedi's weapon."
A Jedi's
Are
weapon
you-
deserves more respect than
Are
this.
you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh, he goes through revelation.
Get out of here! This dude, no, it makes no sense. And I feel like J.J. Abrams had that part in Rise of Skywalker to purposely shit on The Last Jedi. But that's funny, okay, cool. But at the same time, if you're looking at it as one solid story all the way through, it's stupid.
Okay. So let me tell you how I first. Okay. Actually, before we get to that, I want your opinion on Rise of Skywalker and their decision to bring back Palpatine.
Oh, dumb. Cop out.
Okay.
It's like, oh, we have to think of a villain. Why don't we just bring back the one that was already
Yeah,
there?
it works.
Yeah, let's just bring it back. Why
Okay.
not? Fuck it. No, that's. Oh my god! It's just the creativity was just shot. I was like, why?
Do you have a reason? Do you think there's a specific reason for that?
That they brought him back?
The creativity and all that.
I don't know. I really think that in this trilogy they were focusing too much on nostalgia.
Okay.
Because, like we said, Force Awakens was verbatim A New Hope, right? And I get that. I guess if you want to do that, it gets people going. You're like, all the nerds from back in the day, you're like, yeah, this is cool. It's the same shit, whatever. And then after that...
Rise of Skywalker is actually a lot like Return of the Jedi.
It
Because
is.
Ben does come back,
Yes.
and there's Palpatine.
Yes.
And then after Ben comes back, he dies.
Yeah.
Kind of like Vader.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and it's cool, but you can't. If you're gonna make new movies and spend $300 million on each movie, put some creativity in it. It's I feel taken advantage of after watching that trilogy because they know I'm gonna pay for it. They know I'm gonna do it.
Disney's really good with that.
They are, and so obviously I did, and I was just kind of disappointed. And there was a. I don't even like bringing this up, but it's so
Tell me.
It's so true. Okay, do you remember in A Rise of Skywalker, towards the very end, when Rey was having her thing with Palpatine, and in space, Poe was leading an army, and they were fighting all the TIE fighters and all that stuff, right? There was a big space battle,
Right.
and Poe, they were losing, and Poe is supposed to be this general, right?
Okay.
He's supposed to be this leader, like
Unfazed.
Right, unfazed. The whole series is based on hope, right? Like hope is like a huge theme in these movies, and he just goes, "Sorry guys, sorry, this is it. This is the end.
I fucked up.
Yeah, and I messed up. We're all gonna die, pretty much." And then Lando's dumbass is like, "There's more of us." and then there's this ridiculous, in my opinion, gross parallel between what happens with Rey and Palpatine in this movie and what happens with Iron Man and Thanos in Endgame. I mean, it's so frustrating because as soon as it happened, the first time I watched Rise of Skywalker, where Palpatine is like, "I am all the Sith," and then Rey's like, "I am all the Jedi," and then it's like Thanos says, "I am inevitable," and Iron Man's like, "I am Iron Man," and it's the same thing. It's the same exact. And Endgame came out beforehand, but they're both owned by the same studio.
And they came out the same year.
And it came out the same year.
It came out the same year.
Yeah, just there was like a 7 month
six months difference.
Yeah, and like you would think that too many people would figure that out.
Everyone was like, "Huh, I like this scene."
It was just this. Like I said, I have a very strong opinion about Star Wars and the way that they handled the main series, right? Like the main story, the 3 trilogies was not good, in my opinion. IMO.
So let me tell you how I feel.
Yeah, let me
tell you how I feel.
I've been talking a lot.
So the reason why I hate not Rise, Force Awakens, is literally because it is A New Hope.
It is.
And I am not thrilled with that. Like, I love Rey as a character. I thought Finn was a good end. Like, Finn has really good energy.
I agree. I like Finn. Yeah, they did him wrong.
They did him wrong. I'll get into some of that too. And Oscar Isaac as Poe is really good too. He kind of gets shafted in the first movie. I think he actually kind of gets shafted throughout the whole series if you think about it.
A little bit.
He doesn't really have like. He becomes the general, but he doesn't really have a story. He doesn't have an arc.
Yeah.
Right? I think they try to give him one. They really do. Right? They try to force him. Like, I think Rian Johnson tries to force him an arc in why do I keep him? Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Right? So, in the beginning of the movie, he's this, like, act now, ask questions later,
right.
first instinct type of guy. And then at the end of the movie, he's like, "No, I need to think about this. Let me make my actions, precise.
Right.
There's a reason for everything."
Right.
So he tried. And I actually kind of liked what Rian Johnson did with the movie.
Right.
Don't hate everyone, okay? I did like Last Jedi better than Rise of Skywalker and Force Awakens.
Okay.
But it's because it was unpredictable.
It was.
It was super unpredictable. Who thought Snoke was just going to get sliced in half?
I had no idea.
Absolutely not.
I saw that, I was like, wait.
He gets killed, and then Phasma gets killed too.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And you're kind of left with this broken First Order, right?
Yeah.
No idea what happens. After the movie, you're just like, I don't know where they go from here. It doesn't really end the same way Empire does.
No, definitely not. Because the Empire and Empire Strikes Back,
basically,
they were chilling.
They were just like, "Oh, we're winning."
Yeah. They were fine. So in this one, they were kind of in shambles a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it turns out what doesn't Kylo have control?
Yeah, Kylo just becomes the
Emperor,
the new supreme leader.
Supreme leader.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did like the unpredictability about it.
Okay.
What I didn't like, so the little side story to the gambling was kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
And then unnecessary, like, near-end credit scene, or, like, beginning credit scene with the kid forcing the broom.
Oh, right.
That was just, like, so, like, oh, thanks, J.J. Abrams, for doing nothing with that.
Right.
And then the code breaker.
Oh, yeah, Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, he just kind of, like, he just has this weird stutter and then just leaves.
And that's it.
That
was so random. That was so weird.
I also don't think time was necessarily. You couldn't figure out how time was working, because Rey was with Luke, and it seemed like she was there for at least a few days.
Yeah.
But they were running out of the Republic, the Resistance was running out of fuel, and they only said they had like 16 or 18 hours of fuel.
Okay. I remember that when they were running away from the ships. Yeah, okay.
So that wasn't really well put together.
Right. That's true. I never even thought about that, actually.
So there was a weird time situation. But the unpredictability about it made me enjoy the movie.
Okay. There's one more other part that I really like now. Like my memory's being jogged more about it because I'm trying to forget it.
There wasn't a lot of lightsaber battles either.
There wasn't. But you know that part where, what's her name? The captain, the girl from freaking Jurassic Park, where she like freaking
oh my god, that
goes
was
through the
so
ship.
nuts. She like light speeds into,
and the sound was gone.
Boom.
It was completely silent when it happened, and I was like, oh, I was like, ooh, that was dope. That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah, she was a good character.
Yeah, she was.
And Poe was being a little bitch, like, and she was just like, no, like, what I'm doing is right. And for the longest time, you think Poe is right and she's wrong, but
she's
then in the end,
hiding. She doesn't want to tell anybody what she's gonna do because.
Yeah.
I will say that there was this other thing in the movie. I completely forgot, but it always makes me laugh.
I think I know what you're about to say.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go, yeah.
You got it. Okay.
Okay.
So when near the beginning of the movie, when they're like shooting at the first, or is it the Republic of Resistance's big ass ship?
Yeah.
And Leia's just like,
oh no! Okay, that's not what I was thinking of. But
Leia's just like, Ben, don't do this. And Ben's like, what? And someone else shoots, and she goes in his face.
And then she's like,
and then she forces herself back into the ship. I'm just like. Dude, I was laughing.
She looks
I
like
could not
Superman.
take that seriously.
Oh my god!
I thought that was the most ridiculous part of the movie. I thought that was, oh my god.
Oh, dude, I know exactly what you mean. That shit was so funny.
What were you thinking?
Okay, I was thinking that you were talking about the part where Rey and Kylo were like connecting, like through their minds.
No, the shirtless scene.
And then it shows him like without a shirt. She's like, "Oh, could you put something on?"
No, I love that scene.
It's so weird.
I actually think the Force Dad stuff is kind of cool.
Oh my god.
I also do like the fact that like in that movie, you make her seem like she's no one, so anybody could be this big ass powerful Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
I think they should have left her as no one.
I think so too.
Right? Do you really have to make it a you're related to this person thing? Like, do you really have to? I don't think.
And now when we get into this Rise of Skywalker, you have to think it like so. Palpatine got goods with someone. He did the dirty.
Gross.
And fathered a kid.
Yeah. I hope.
Did he have Force powers? Because he had a son.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's a Palpatine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So does the son have any Force powers? Like we never hear about that. Like she was this big ass. Does it skip a generation? Is that how that works?
Who knows, man?
It can't be like that because Anakin and Luke and. Like,
I feel like there were some rules to like how the Star Wars universe worked. And then they made these movies and they're just like, fuck it.
Fuck this shit.
They're like, you know what? We don't need rules. Guess what? Kylo's shirtless. Guess what? You can heal things with the Force now. Guess what?
Can everyone be shirtless? Like...
Yeah. What was it? What were they called? Kylo, the Rens of...
Knights of Ren.
Yes. The Knights of Ren.
Super letdown. They were so bad. They didn't even have lightsabers. Weren't they training? They were training Jedis, right? They were
That's what
Padawans.
That's what I thought.
From what I remember, they were Padawans in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And then once Luke attempts to attack Ren grabs his followers, whoever will, stay on his side, and then they kill the rest of the Padawans.
Yeah.
So don't they have lightsabers?
I would think that they were Force-sensitive people with lightsabers, but they ended up with baseball bats. Like, it was so stupid. Like, it was...
And they make them this powerful... Like, how is Rey not going to just go right through them?
Right.
Especially after what you saw in her training video that she does in the beginning of Rise of Skywalker. She kind of just Force throws her lightsaber over. She could just do that to those guys. Hey, lightsaber, this is...
I don't want to like keep going on this trilogy.
No, we should.
Okay, all right, we can. Whatever, I don't care.
I'm sorry.
But there's the fact that they made Rey so unconditionally powerful does kind of bother me.
And it's quick.
It's so quick. Dude, she never trained her whole life with the Force, with lightsabers.
It's because she's a Palpatine.
No, bullshit. Bullshit. I don't like that. That's such a cop out too. But the way that she was able to fight Kylo at the end of the first movie, she like held her own. They were beating the shit out of each other, and like Rey pretty much won. And I was like, wait, hold on, why though? Why? Why is she so strong? And if you're telling me because it's a Palpatine,
which
that's horrible.
If you think about that, also does not make sense because Ben is a Skywalker.
Right.
3 generations of Jedi, and he has training.
Yeah.
A lot of training.
Right.
From Luke, and then also Snoke, who is Palpatine.
Right. He should have wiped the floor with her in the first movie. Yeah. And like even as a story, it would have made sense because it would have been a redemption arc for Rey. Pretty much.
I actually think I would have enjoyed it a lot better if she
That's
just like
fine.
gets wrecked like Finn does.
Yeah.
Finn stands his ground, but he's got fighting training.
Yeah.
So that does actually kind of make sense.
It does. Yeah.
Even though Rey, Kylo Ren should just like slice him in half too.
Right.
Oh, he does.
Well,
he
he
just
like slices up his back or something. Yeah, I don't know.
He extends his buttocks all the way to the top.
But it's fine because the beginning of the next movie, he's walking around with tubes, and he's fine. So.
Which, again, if you think about between the first movie and the second one, there is no time difference, right? So
That's
she just
true.
gets enormously more powerful over a fact of 20 hours?
Yeah, he's not a Saiyan from Dragon Ball. Okay,
so
it doesn't make any sense.
If I need to continue with this movie, Rise of Skywalker, one of my biggest issues, and this is not even, it's kind of just story related. They could not figure out what they wanted to do with Finn.
Yeah.
How many different love interests is this guy gonna have?
Right.
Let me start right there. Okay, so we have Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
Right. We have Rey.
Yeah.
Right. We have Rose.
Rose. Yeah.
We have the stormtrooper that they brought at the end.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The defected one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm also a stormtrooper that left.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
4 of them. Dude, this guy, who are you, Finn?
Yeah, and then, oh god, so frustrating. The thing that he was trying to tell Rey, you remember that?
Yeah.
So I guess it was that he's force sensitive,
yeah.
right? Okay. But you don't know that for sure when you're watching the movie.
Just tell us!
And then you never find out.
Yeah.
And then you absolutely never find out. And that is so frustrating.
Can I tell you, I just hate J.J. Abrams for this.
I do too. You know, he's made such good movies in the past. And they weren't good.
I don't think
I
so
wonder
either.
if he had pressure from the studio. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't good.
You know, Rian Johnson actually has a trilogy signed to him. So he's got his own trilogy that he's going to make.
For Star Wars?
Yeah. This was created before... It was before Last Jedi was released. But
Really?
I haven't heard anything about him losing it.
See, now I've heard that Taika Waititi is coming.
So I think, he has something. I think he's got a movie signed on to him as well.
Okay, because I'm stoked for that, because I love
It might be
Taika
a Rise of
Waititi.
Republic. It might be the High Republic.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's like old stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I love him. His movies. You ever seen Jojo Rabbit?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
It's-
so good.
I've kind of wanted to see it. You know, it seems like a really interesting topic, especially for someone that is Jewish.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah, exactly. It's super, oh wow. It became like a favorite, instantly.
Mhm.
It was very good. But anyway, okay, blah, blah, blah.
I want to move on past this
This
trilogy
rant.
of how much...
This isn't a podcast anymore, it's a rant. Yeah.
That's right. I like ranting, though.
Oh, yeah, me
That's
too.
what we have podcasts
Of
for.
course, yeah. And then people can come in and get angry with us.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So you told me you have not seen any of the Clone Wars.
I watched the first season,
Okay.
but I got bored.
It's okay. The first season,
Yeah.
the first season is kind of boring.
Yeah.
I don't know what they decided to do, but all the episodes are kind of just all over the place. They're not in a straight line, timeline-wise.
Yeah.
And the characters are not the same in every episode. Sometimes it's Yoda and the clones. Sometimes it's Jar Jar Binks and Padme.
Right, yeah. I noticed that, yeah.
So it's really uneven.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some good storylines in there. as I mentioned before, the inhibitor chip storyline.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
so one of the clones, Fives, goes crazy and shoots a Jedi.
Oh.
Right, and he's like, I don't know how this happened. Right, and he gets taken to Camino, go to the hospital, and they check his inhibitor chip, or like they find out he's got an inhibitor chip,
Oh, okay.
basically that is messing with his brain.
Yeah.
Empire, or the Republic officials at the time
Yeah.
that knew what was going on, was like, no, you need to keep that thing in there. And the Jedi are like, what is this? What's going on?
Yeah.
Right, and Palpatine's like all crazy. He thinks that they're about to get found out.
Oh.
And then there was this whole other storyline with Anakin being the chosen one, and the forces of light and darkness, like the
I think
original. It's some pretty interesting Star Wars
I
lore.
heard about this. Yeah, I heard. Okay. Yeah.
It comes back into play in Star Wars Rebels. Have you seen Rebels?
No.
Okay.
But I know that takes place after Revenge of the Sith, right?
Rebels takes place, yeah, after Revenge of the Sith.
Right. Okay.
So there's a lot of like really good lore.
Yeah. No. Believe me, I know I haven't seen it. It's not that I don't want to. It's just I've heard everyone say it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it. I tried to watch it. I got kind of bored, and so maybe one day I'll go back and revisit it.
I'm sure there's a website that you could figure out which are the most important episodes to watch.
Right.
I think I saw one for Rebels because I watched the first 2 seasons and then I got bored.
Mm.
But and then they released the 6th season.
Oh yeah, it's new. Yeah.
Yeah, because they never really ended Clone Wars,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the 6th season, it basically just leads up to the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Right.
And you could literally put pieces of the last few episodes into Revenge of the Sith where it fits.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you will be hearing like Obi-Wan and Mace Windu talking about a plot to kill the Jedi, and then later Ahsoka Tano shows up at the end of that conversation, and they're talking about Maul, Darth Maul, because Darth Maul is heavy in the series.
That's I've seen, I've heard. Doesn't he turn into like a spider thing?
So they find, I forgot when they find him, but they find him like midway through the series, and he's just like half, right? And he builds like a little like spider legs for him, and then he gets like new legs, and there's a whole thing. He goes and takes over the Mandalorians.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of the 6th season is about like
on Mandalore.
on Mandalore.
Oh.
A lot of the 6th season is Ahsoka Tano trying to help break free the Mandalorian people, at least the ones that want Maul to leave.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Maul is like Ahsoka. He's trying to convince Ahsoka to help him kill Palpatine because he can feel the big plot that's about to happen to kill all the Jedi.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's interesting. That is interesting because that is very tempting.
And the visual effects are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's got that animation, but it's really crisp.
Right. That's cool.
I think it's enjoyable.
Okay. One day I'll do it. One day I'll do it. Yeah. I love The Mandalorian. I mean, it was freaking great.
Yeah, let's talk about The Mandalorian.
Yeah? All right, sure. Let's go.
This guy. It was a really. I want to start with the end of the 2nd season, but we can't start there, can we?
Do what you want, bro. It's your podcast.
Our podcast?
Yeah.
This guy doesn't want to have his name on here.
No, I do. But this is your idea.
So, what is the Mandalorian's name? I keep forgetting. It's like K.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
It's not.
God, it's been so long.
It's not Kit Fisto.
No.
Kin Djarin?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna kill me. I have to Google it. Anyways.
Right, so he's fighting Juan Carlos Esposito's character right, with the staff and the Darksaber. And then when the X-Wing shows up, right, I was like, oh my god, did they really bring back Luke?
Yeah.
And I didn't even think they were going to reveal his face.
Okay. Din Djarin.
Din Djarin.
Din Djarin.
I was really close.
Din Djarin, yeah.
Really close.
Yeah.
I thought that was really sick.
When they brought Luke?
Yeah, they brought Luke, and he has this whole, like, I'm gonna murder the fuck out of all these droids.
And he did.
And he did murder the fuck out of all those droids.
Yeah, he looked more badass there than he has in any other movie.
which I don't know if that's a thing because of times or they just have bad choreography or.
I mean, if you think about it, you go back to the A New Hope and you watch the lightsaber battles. They're not good.
No.
Back in the day, I'm sure they were great, but
really,
we're at different standards these days. That's just how it is.
That is very true. Though I will say I did like Empire Strikes Back. Their choreography, their fight a lot better than Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, all you need is someone like commentating in the background. Yeah, scored excellent. Strike him down,
The power of one.
The dark side. Like, bro, somebody get this guy a glass of water. And I think... Do you think it would be good? Do you think people would enjoy it as much if it was like almost any story?
The Mandalorian?
Yeah. Because I think people love it because it's a bounty hunter story and Mandalore.
See, I think people love it because of Grogu. And now he's gone, so what
He'll be back.
I'm sure he'll be back eventually, but I can't imagine him being back for like at least 2 or 3 years.
You think you don't think there's gonna be a time jump?
I mean, I don't know.
Let's be real. Dave Filoni and fuck his name, whatever. They know what's happening. They know what people like. Okay, so they're not gonna keep.
They're pretty in tune with everything.
Yeah, they're not gonna keep him hidden.
Right.
Okay? He will be at least in half the season. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. I hope so. Like, yeah, I do. I have high hopes because, I think everyone in the Star Wars community right now, is very in touch with what people want and like fan service and things like that. Just a small example is in the last episode of the first season where there was those 2 droids, or not droids, the 2 clones. They're on the speed bikes.
And they're punched them.
And they're trying to shoot the can. And there's been a joke for decades about that they can't hit anything. And like just that little
super meta,
exactly, very meta, very like, here you go, fans. I know this is a joke. Enjoy yourselves. Like that type of thing.
Do you know that those 2 stormtroopers were?
I know one of them was Jason Sudeikis.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love Jason Sudeikis.
Was the other one someone too?
I thought it was. I want to say Daniel Craig, but Daniel Craig was in Force Awakens.
That's right. I heard that.
Yeah.
That's right. He was just a random trooper, right?
Yeah.
Because he was on set that day.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I love those little things.
Yeah, the little things they put in there for the fans are great. I love it. What's it called? What was I going to say?
I will say I do like Mandalorian. Just having a piece of Star Wars come out at a time, like what they do with Marvel, how like every week there's new Marvel.
Yeah.
I really love that. And they're doing, I mean, I guess
Star Wars did it first.
They did it for like 1 season. And then they didn't have anything for a while.
That's true.
Well, no, they didn't have season 6.
But they didn't have anything for Marvel until WandaVision. That was this year.
The COVID delayed everything. All that stuff was supposed to come out last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, yeah. I know, we should be on freaking Hawkeye by now.
Hawkeye?
Did you
September.
see that?
September. Of course I did.
It was cool.
Yeah,
Okay, anyway. All right. We're not talking about this. All right.
I think they were doing a trial. Maybe they were doing a trial run. Because they didn't announce anything else before Mandalorian.
No.
But now we have a whole bunch of this other stuff released.
Oh, yeah.
Like announced. Like Ahsoka Tano show.
Yeah.
Right. And
I'm stoked for that. What's her name? Dawson?
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson.
She name dropped Grand Moff Tarkin. Not Tarkin. God. Blue guy.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. Like, that's like who she wants to kill.
I feel really bad for not saying his name, so we're gonna have to say his name.
Voldemort?
Yes, it's Dark Lord Voldemort.
Oh, there it is. That's what I want to see.
Thrawn.
There it is. Yep.
And he's actually in Rebels. So he's already back in because he was created in the books, right? And then Disney bought Star Wars and like, hey, there's a couple of guys that keep files of everything that's canon to Star Wars, because all the books and the novels and stuff. They called them and they were like, hey, you guys can burn that place to the ground. We don't need that anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all that stuff, all the books, they weren't canon. They cut everything.
Oh.
The only thing that was canon was the movies and Clone Wars at the time, when Disney took over.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so Rebels wasn't even a thing yet?
They didn't make Rebels yet.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So they made Rebels, and then they brought Thrawn in. So they brought him back into to the canon, the lore.
Right.
Right? And Ahsoka Tano's in that show too.
Oh, okay.
Right? So a lot of people believe Ahsoka Tano's show is going to be about her finding Ezra Bridger, which is the main character of Rebels. Because he disappears at the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
Right? With Thrawn.
Okay.
Right? And if Thrawn's still around,
yeah,
then he's got to be somewhere. They disappear together.
Okay. What do you mean together? Wasn't one of them good and one of them bad?
So he kind of Thrawn is trying to destroy a planet.
Okay.
And Ezra gets on a ship and summons a whole bunch of these light speed creatures, and they take them into light speed, and you never hear.
Oh, and that's it.
Yeah,
they're all.
They
gone.
just disappear.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What an ending. Okay.
So that's what we think that's going to be about, and then comes the sweet goodness that is the Obi-Wan series, the thing that people have been waiting for so long.
Yes.
Thank you, Ewan McGregor.
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen coming back.
I hope he likes sand now. I really hope that sand is something that he likes.
You mean going to Tatooine a lot?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Don't choke on your ambitions.
Okay, if you want to talk about Rogue One,
you want to talk about?
Let's talk about Rogue One.
We'll get sidetracked from that's coming up. I actually think Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie I have ever seen while being alive.
That's exactly what I...
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I say that to everyone. They're like, wow, really? That's weird because, it's Empire. Everyone
it's not my favorite,
Empire.
but...
Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie. It is my favorite.
It's my second favorite.
It was so good.
But I think it's the best one ever made.
Yeah, the fact that they die at the end...
Well, they knew that. They had to.
They had to. They were on, what's it called? Alderaan?
Scarab?
Or Scarab. Oh, that was the second? Alderaan was the second one that they destroyed?
So Scarab, Scarab was the first one that they didn't blow up Scarab, they blew up the town. The area
just
in Scarab.
blast it.
Yeah,
I always think of Halo. Do you ever play Halo?
I did play Halo.
Yeah, that's
they
a
just
very similar story.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Rogue One was perfection as a Star Wars movie. When you see Darth Vader at the end going through that hallway, I got chills.
The lightsaber igniting, and everyone's just open fire!
And then he just uses the Force, and the dude flies against the ceiling.
He's just toying with them with half the fight.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool! It was so cool. That's the best movie in my opinion. I loved it. I thought the action sequences throughout all of them. I loved the characters.
Yeah.
I loved all the characters. I thought Jin was great. The blind dude was great. Yeah, I loved it.
I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Yeah. Exactly. It was a great Star Wars movie, and I never watched Solo.
I think it did give me. I think I was more emotionally connected to that movie than I did all the other ones. It made me feel unlike a lot of the other Star Wars movies that were made. I mean, what does Phantom Menace make you feel? It makes you feel annoyed.
Kinda. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the Hobbit movies. Have you ever seen the Hobbit movies?
Yes, I didn't like them.
I thought they were very PG targeted.
Yeah, I agree.
Kid, jokey,
right.
Jar Jar Binks things.
Yeah.
All right, and that's what, Phantom Menace was just not enjoyable. It seemed to get a little bit more serious in Attack of the Clones. But Rogue One was just targeted at the people that I feel like it knew what it was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it did it very well.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the director for that movie? Do you know?
Which one?
Rogue One.
I don't know. I'll look it up right now. I'll be the lookup guy.
He's the guy in the chair.
I'm the guy in the chair. Literally, I'm a guy in a chair.
He is.
Rogue One director Gareth Edwards.
I don't think I've ever heard of this guy before. What else has he done?
Wait, hold on. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Gareth Edwards. Let's see. Gareth Edwards. Blah, blah. Oh, wait. Monsters? I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. Godzilla.
He did Godzilla?
Wait. This doesn't look right. Godzilla Force of Nature? What's that? Oh, this is the one. 2014. With Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah. Just, that,
Oh, the new Godzilla.
Yeah, the 2014 one.
Actually, I've always found that movie kind of interesting because Elizabeth Olsen and not Evan Peters,
Aaron
Taylor
Taylor
Johnson,
yep.
they're in the movie and they're love interests.
And then, like, a year later,
they come out and they're
their brother and sister. Yeah, I know. In the Avengers: Age of Ultron. Yep. I thought that was weird too.
But so I think since reception was so good for Rogue One, they can't make a sequel for that.
Well, obviously they
so
can't because they're all dead.
Yeah, they're all dead. And it kind of takes place right before A New Hope.
Yes.
By the way, when they brought, like, when you see Tarkin for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked weird.
Computer generated.
I know. I thought Leia looked good.
That's because that's an actual person. That's what I thought. So I looked that up.
Oh.
That's like I think they generated the voice.
Yeah.
But that is an actual like Russian girl that looks enough like Carrie Fisher.
And they probably did a little touch-ups
Yeah.
with like CGI and stuff. Yeah, I could see that.
Mm.
I'd like to touch on that. In recent movies, and they do it in Star Wars multiple times, they like CGI people's faces, or they CGI characters that like you know who they are. But like I think it's just so much better if they just use a new actor. I think so.
Okay, so there was a lot of talk about Sebastian Stan taking over for
As Luke.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Because he looks just like him. They can
does.
totally make him look like him. Like, that's what I mean. I was like, I think it's better. I think it's more organic looking. Like, obviously we know, we're like, okay, that's not Mark Hamill. But I think that's okay. I think people don't care that much.
I don't know. I think it works well you've seen Civil War. Oh, stupid me.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the beginning when he's using Barf.
Oh, yeah, with Tony Stark.
I think it looks a lot like him younger.
It does, but you can still see it. Like, you can see it and you're like, ah.
I think, if we have to go with cringe, I think Captain Marvel, it's kind of rough in Captain Marvel because they do it the whole movie for Samuel L. Jackson and for Greg Clark or Clark Gregg.
Yeah. I forgot about him. Yeah, freaking
Coulson.
Phil, what are you doing, Phil?
He's a whole TV show based around him.
Well, he has Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it for a few seasons. And I was
Oh
like,
man,
dude,
this guy. Okay,
this
listen, man, we're gonna have to get you into some of this stuff.
No, it's not good though. I watched it.
When did you stop? What did you stop?
I saw. Oh god, we're getting off track. But okay, I watched as Hydra unleashed their like Hydra monster, and it like went inside
Season 3.
Yeah, season 3. Thank you. Yeah, that's
Okay, because I was about to say if you stop midway through season 1 gets good near the end when Winter Soldier starts.
Yeah,
and then the whole.
That's what I liked it when the show was tying in with the movies.
It got harder and harder to do that.
I know, it did, and then they just decided to screw it all together. And I know that what's his name comes in, Ghost Rider, at one point.
Gabriel Union. That's Dwayne Wade's wife. Gabriel Union. Yeah, he's cool, and I like that storyline with the Darkhold and the Darkhold and.
Oh, the Darkhold's in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Because that's a thing now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not the same Darkhold.
Oh.
Because, have you seen Runaways?
No.
There's going to be a time when we get into this. We're going to get sidetracked.
Why would I watch...
Because it was good!
No.
Watch Runaways! Watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Watch Cloak and Dagger!
Okay, I have a thing... And
they're in the MCU now. Timelines, Loki.
No,
it happened.
No. See,
they're gonna cameo, and you're gonna feel really stupid not knowing what's happening.
I have a thing about watching or engaging in movies or TV shows, whatever it is, that aren't canon, that like aren't a part of the main story, and that's how I am with anime too. Because anime movies, when they come out with movies for like My Hero Academia, blah blah blah, none of that stuff really happened in the show.
Pokemon 2000.
Pokemon, exactly. Pokemon. That's a great example where all the movies, they're not canon.
Well, they're
cool to watch, but they're not freaking canon.
There are some pieces where some of them are actually canon.
Yeah.
I will say though, it got canceled because that's when Marvel took over Marvel TV. But there was a plan to have this grand crossover of all TV products.
Yeah.
Including Netflix.
Okay.
The Netflix, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Agent Carter.
Maybe.
That
one's harder. That one's harder because of the timelines.
I know.
Cloak and Dagger, which was really good.
Really?
Runaways, which was also really good until season 3. Season 3 got like really weirdly
Dang,
messed
they
up.
got the season 3. Good for you guys.
They actually Runaways and Cloak and Dagger have a crossover, 2 episodes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I love them. Anyway, let's get back to Star Wars, but I'm extremely pissed right now. Okay, but we were talking about Rogue One, and it got so well received that they have a prequel series coming out, Andor, which is all about Cassian. And it's KT7425 Pi 9 to the 7th power.
Yeah, the guy who's voiced by freaking Steve the Pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Tudyk or something like that? I think that's
Could
his
be
name.
3 days.
Alan Tudyk? Okay. Nice.
That one is also coming out. They started filming that already. That's probably going to come out next year. Obi-Wan, I know, is coming out next year. We have the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I think it's going to be a 4 to 6 episode miniseries.
Yeah.
Season 3 Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And then the Bad Batch, that is on its season finale tomorrow.
At the time of this recording.
Yeah, which another thing that we haven't gotten Josh into, but it is canon.
I will watch it. I will watch that. I will watch that. Yeah.
I think that is, and then there's the Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron movie that's coming out.
Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Well, hopefully it's like Wonder Woman 1.
That I believe takes place during the original trilogy.
Okay.
It's all about Rogue Squadron. You know, like Wedge and all that. I wonder if Wedge is going to be in it. I like Wedge.
Who's Wedge?
Please stop it.
Wait, who is it? Just tell me who it is. Maybe I know who it is.
Oh, you're killing me now. You don't know who Wedge is?
Not by name. What is it? Who's Wedge?
Okay, oh man, sorry guys, listen. He's like the second well-known, like, TIE fighter, like... He's the one that shoots down the second Death Star. And in the first, in A New Hope, when Luke is on his trench run, Wedge is supposed to be covering him, and Wedge is like, no, I'm gonna get shot later, Luke.
Oh, and he
just dips.
And that's he leaves.
He dips, yeah.
Oh, that's Wedge.
Yeah, but like Biggs like comes down and like gets shot for Luke.
You said he's a TIE fighter. Wouldn't he be like an X-wing?
No, he's an X-wing. Like
yeah, but you said TIE fighter.
I really hope I didn't say TIE fighter.
I don't know everything, but I know that a TIE fighter is a bad guy ship.
Well, I mean, when you leave Luke to die, you kind of
what a dick. Guy. Do we like Wedge? We don't like.
We
Wedge.
do like Wedge.
Why?
He was in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
he had a cameo.
Really?
Yeah, he was the fat guy with Lando. Just like, nice shot, Lando. You know.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. That's Wedge. Is it the actor?
Yeah, same actor.
That's great.
He was I'm trying to think. He had some scenes in like Return of the Jedi. He had some he was the main X-wing fighter. He was probably like Red Leader at the time.
Oh, okay.
There's
more of us.
There. I think, okay, you know what? The only thing I can ever think about now, when I hear that, is a meme with family and Vin Diesel.
Oh, God, yeah. Too many memes. Too many.
I love that meme, by the way.
They were good.
It was so good, and it died.
Yeah,
it just died.
That's what happens to the internet.
No! Family meme never dies.
You don't think so?
No.
Because family lasts forever.
One last ride.
One last ride.
Yeah.
Just kidding. 4 more movies later.
4... Well, they're on 9. I think that they have a 2-part 10, and then I think that's it.
A 2-part 10?
Yeah, 2-part 10.
Okay, Deathly Hallows.
They're gonna fight the Avengers, man.
Mockingjay.
They're gonna fight.
Avengers.
They're gonna cross over Jurassic Park. They're gonna, just take your pick, man.
He's gonna be riding a freaking T-Rex in the battle. He's like, family.
Brian, this is for you.
Planet of the Apes.
Family stronger than apes.
Oh God, my friend's always like. Do you remember the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes?
I didn't see it.
Came out in like 2003 or something like that. It was really bad. But my friend always makes fun of Mark Wahlberg. He's like, "Hey man, is that a fucking ape?" He like says it like perfect. I can't do it, but he says it like perfectly, like Mark Wahlberg.
Boston accent.
Yeah, it's so funny. Anyways, that was random.
Is there any like Star Wars things that you want to see? Is there anything like you want them to create or something in the future projects you want to see?
Yes, and I wanted them to do this with Rey. Like, desperately. I wanted that. I wanted this to be the story, and they touched on it, and then they were like, "No, I'm stupid. I'm J.J. Abrams." Okay, so
That's exactly what they said.
Exactly, I can hear it.
All of them.
I want a story about a Jedi. It can be in the same environment, it's the same essence as what Luke and Rey went through. Like whatever, make another trilogy. I want them to turn bad. I want to see someone actually, literally, for real, struggle between dark and light.
So, I have a trilogy for you, my friend.
Okay.
Okay, it's called the prequel trilogy.
No, it's not.
We have this kid, Anakin. There's a desk there. Watch out.
I know. No, so the reason why I disagree with that is because we know what's going to happen.
Animals. And I slaughtered them like animals.
The women
and the children. I hate them.
No. Yeah, I see. That's why I think the prequel trilogy are the worst 3 movies, but I think they have the best story. I do. I think the story of those movies are the best, but the way they were executed were horrible.
There's a reason for that. I don't know about the execution part. There's also a reason because George Lucas, but
right.
But it was also because of George Lucas. George Lucas had a plan in this one.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I'm making 3 ones. This, and this.
Yeah.
Original trilogy. He's like, okay, I'm making a movie this. Oh, it turned out good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hire 2 more directors. All right? And then in the sequel trilogy, they're like, okay, let's do this. We have an overall goal we want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hire J.J. Abrams. We're going to hire Rian Johnson. And they hired someone else for the last one. Rian Johnson just decided, you know what? I'm going to make this. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want with this movie.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm not going to stand by whatever you did, J.J. Abrams. Fuck you, right?
Yeah.
And then he just leaves them with this plate of what now?
Right.
So J.J. Abrams I don't know what to do. Nostalgia! Emperor Palpatine, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's why the story, because it was planned out from front to back.
Yeah.
At least that's what my opinion is.
Yeah.
And the other ones were not.
Yeah.
But movie by movie, you have to go with the original.
Of course, yeah. I would definitely do that. The original ones were the best, but that's what I want to see for anything in the future. I want to see a real struggle. I want to see something that I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
Be crazy. Be like Disney.
Be Rian Johnson.
No, not like that crazy. Be crazy. At the end of it, literally the last scene of the last movie, have the main character be evil.
I was actually going to ask you if you wanted it to.
That'd be so tight.
Way.
If it doesn't, that's fine. I want to see a real struggle. I want to see them, maybe they turn bad for a while and then they come back. I want to see that. I want to see balance at the end.
You want them to see them killing younglings.
Yeah.
Master Skywalker, there's too many. What are we going to do?
You dead, kid.
You are done.
You dead, you're all dead. Stupid. I have yellow eyes now.
Yeah, dude, when you turn Sith, your eyes go yellow.
No, that's not true. That's not what I heard. When I heard that when you turn Sith, that they give you a complimentary pack of yellow contacts. It comes with every red lightsaber. It's like
it comes with red kyber crystals.
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's
I really wish they were called Kaiba crystals and not kyber crystals.
Yugi boy. Kaiba boy.
Vader, you're a third-rate lightsaber duelist with a fourth-rate lightsaber. Ultimate burn!
No, Pegasus! I love. See, look, we're back to the chaos. We literally go off on tangents.
I mean, we just hit Yu-Gi-Oh!
We just hit Yu-Gi-Oh! What were we talking about? Star Wars? No,
probably.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Now.
I think I would like to see something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pegasus. No. Evil, struggle against good and evil. I don't know if they're gonna do another Jedi revolving around, at least not near this time span. They're gonna do some High Republic stuff. I know that.
Yeah.
And probably Old Republic. Which means there's going to be a lot of Sith versus Jedi sort of deal. Mm-hmm. But I am a little bit curious to see what kind of Star Wars movies that they can make without any Jedi-esque focus. But then again, then you have things like Solo that came out. Mm-hmm. And were heavily criticized.
I mean, I actually did start watching it, and I turned it off.
I watched Solo. I didn't see it in theaters. I feel really bad about this for being a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I did watch it when it was on Netflix, I think. Finally, it was on Netflix.
I think that's when I turned it on and I turned it off.
I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this. And there were pieces. It's worth a watch, you know?
Yeah.
It fits kind of weird. It doesn't really make you feel for the characters at all.
Yeah.
But hey, there's Darth Maul in the movie.
I know, I heard that. And also, Daenerys Targaryen, first of her name, Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains is in it. And I am in love with Emilia Clarke. Like, I want to be friends with her and then just tell her that I'm in love with her. Like,
she's really pretty.
Once we become comfortable enough, I want to tell her that I'm in love with her. Okay. And then she's going to tell me that she's married and my heart will be broken, but I want that experience.
And you guys are better off as friends.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. I love her.
And her husband's going to be a good sport about it, too. Because that's the kind of guy that she marries.
Yeah, you're right. She would pick him good. She'd pick him good. Have you ever seen her in an interview? No. She's so quirky and cute. She's like, she's always laughing.
Like, kind of like Anna Kendrick.
She's got a great fucking smile. Yeah, Anna Kendrick is cute, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about Solo. I almost said Holo. Han Solo.
Holo shit.
Holo, YOLO.
Is there any characters that have been established that you want to see something more around? I mean, we're getting Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
We got a Solo movie.
I'd like to see more Ahsoka. Because
we're getting into the show.
Right, because I haven't watched Clone Wars or Rebels, so I know people already have a really good vision of her and liking towards her. And when I knew that, and going into Mandalorian, I was like, oh, I know who that is. Like, that's cool, but I don't really know everything about her.
I will say it is a little bit weird watching her on Mandalorian because she's got a different voice actor in Clone Wars, so she sounds off.
Yeah.
But what can you do? They weren't gonna voice over Rosario Dawson.
No, of course not. That's weird.
And Rosario Dawson's like really cool.
Yeah, she's great. I love her. She's in so many good movies.
I can't wait for Clerks 3.
Oh my god, she was in Clerks too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dude, those movies are so ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I love them though. I love them.
It's a lot of bad things we could talk about. But I think we're gonna get.
Let's save that for a different.
Yeah, we're gonna. I think we should stop here. I think we had a good conversation.
A good rant.
A good overall rant. There's a lot of
Was there anything positive in that?
It was a lot of it was 30 minutes of what we did not like about the sequel trilogy. I will say though that I respect them for what they are. I really hate those fans who are like, nope, I don't count them as canon. I don't care. I'll never watch them again.
Yeah.
Fuck Star Wars. Fuck Disney. They destroyed the movie.
Yeah.
Screw women lead actors. Like, come on now. Because that was such a big thing once. Is
that what people are saying?
They got a lot of
That's horrible.
Racists and sexist people when Rey and Jin and Finn and God, they can all rhyme.
Din.
They all rhyme.
Yeah.
But no, I respect them. They good, and there's all this stuff from the internet about George Lucas redoing the third trilogy. He's not doing that. He's
don't do that. It's like saying redo the last season of Game of Thrones. No, it's fine. We hate it. It's fine. It'll just go down in history as ass. And I'm okay with that.
And
Yeah.
I will allow that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can build from there.
Yeah. There's you know what? There's a whole timeline of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Maybe Loki will fix this.
Maybe he could. he probably did.
Yeah, maybe.
Sacred Timeline's probably. I mean, there is a timeline out there where Star Wars happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder whose Loki variant is in Star Wars. That's something we should think about.
Poe.
Poe is Loki.
I don't know. Anyways. Yeah.
So we're gonna leave you with Poe is Loki.
Yeah. Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
By Josh.
That's me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget to catch DJ Joshy B on Twitch.
Yeah, please watch my videos. I want to be famous.
And one day, when I decide to start streaming again,
yes,
I will be on there as well under Donut_Dan. I believe the O is a 0. I will have to double check.
Mm-hmm.
But we will leave you guys with that. Donut Dan, Joshy B.
That's me.
See you guys next time.
Bye.